This is probably the creepiest way to start an episode of a TV series. I've just emerged from a tree, ladies and gentlemen, and this is my first episode of my series. I'm so excited. We're in a very small, quiet cul-de-sac of Upper Cardiff area, and we're going to meet my first guest. So let's go. He lives just by there. Come on, follow me. I feel like Annika Rice. Should I knock or ring the doorbell? Let's ring the doorbell. This is nice. Ding dong, Avon calling. They love that here.
Hello.
It's Nathan Wyburn, everybody. How are you?
I'm okay, you alright?
And look, he's already mic'd up as if he knew we were coming. Should we interview you?
Yes, come
Why
on.
not? Let's go. Well, come on. So here we are. This is the studio,
yes,
where the magic happens. We've got your Wall of Fame here. We've got a couple of press cut-ins. We've got one from The Guardian, very good newspaper.
Yep.
Going to take my shades off now because we are inside. I should have done that really at the beginning when I entered the room. Right, give us a little background then. Let's see what, I mean, obviously these pencil, chalk.
Yeah.
I'm going to try and pretend I know a bit about art now, which I clearly don't. Anastasia.
Yeah, that's screen print, and then we have Bob Marley with Reggae Sauce.
I love Bob Marley. He's kind of got the same hair as me going on there.
Me too, actually. James Bay with a biro, Taylor Swift with coffee, Lady Gaga with makeup, David Beckham drawing with my feet.
Love
Joey Essex with fake tan, crazy.
We've got also we've got the Marmite here. I'm going to keep this. We'll mention that in a second, ladies and gentlemen. It's quite prominent.
Yeah.
Let's just have a little look here as well, because someone's. You know you've made it as an artist when somebody draws you.
Yeah.
This is quite like. Put your head
It
next
is,
to it.
I
It's
know.
quite lifelike. Look at that. The same hat as well, isn't it? It's uncanny. You're not having a picture. Get up. Stand up. What's this as well? Is this?
Yeah, this is just basically the initial sketches of what the front cover of my debut book is going to look like.
Right.
Yeah.
Has she got a beard here, or is that?
No, that's not a beard, that's just under shading.
I know all about that. I did that myself. It's a very, very good trick. You can't tell I've actually got triple chins here because I've shaded it all out. Very good. We'll talk more about the book later.
Amazing.
Should we interview you?
Yes.
Let's do this. Nathan Wyburn. So here we are on this very sexy leatherette sofa. I feel like I'm going to slide off halfway through with these tights. So if I do, just give me a nod. Okay. And of course I'm here with Nathan Wyburn, renowned pop artist, as seen on YouTube and Britain's Got Talent and other various things.
Yep.
And I'm just going to quickly show this because this is quite interesting. You have your face on a Marmite jar. This is one of a kind. Explain why Marmite is quite important to you.
I'm basically a celebrity portrait artist and most renowned really for using Marmite on toast to make the portraits.
You either love it or you hate it. Were you a fan? I'm not a fan really.
I never used to be.
But now you
But
are.
now I
You
am,
have to,
yeah.
you see,
Yeah.
because of the Dallas stand, you know. I want to start off from the beginning. So let's go back in time to home life. So where did you grow up?
In Ebervale, which is in the valleys, about 30 miles from Cardiff.
Lovely. A nice part of Ebervale, or the kind of Ebervale where you leave a fridge out and it's still there 6 weeks later? What are we talking?
A bit of both, actually. We moved around a little bit.
And brothers or sisters?
Yeah, 2 brothers and a sister. I was in the middle, and now I have a very younger daughter.
So you
Daughter?
daughter. We have secrets coming out already. This is really early on in the interview. So you were the middle child vying for attention.
Yeah, I guess, and I was the sort of non-sporty one, the more creative type, you know, the old one with the ginger hair and all that, so...
Lovely. I know we've both got quite out of control hair today. I didn't do this on purpose, by the way. It's just happened this way. So how did it start? Because you don't use conventional materials in your art, do you? As we've seen from the Marmite. You use food and stuff.
Kind of everyday materials, really. I sort of got bored of using the traditional paints, pastels and whatnot through studying through GCSE, A-level and then foundation. And when I come to studying a fine art degree in Cardiff University, I thought I was getting a bit bored, and I thought, you know, why not expand my array of materials and use everyday products.
So did your mum sort of tell you not to play with your food when you were younger, and then it...
Yeah, I kind of play off that a little bit. I was a very, very fussy eater. I wouldn't eat hardly anything, and now I seem to play with food for a living, which is kind of a full turnaround, really.
So kids, don't listen to your parents because you might get a career in the arts. Who knows? So what about school? Did you develop your art in high school and primary school?
Yeah, I was really academic as well. I was always very aware that art might be quite a difficult career, you know, to actually sustain. So I always made sure I was good at the other subjects as well. Geography and history were the other two big ones. But yeah, luckily enough, the portraits started going very well, and I managed to make a bit of a career out of it.
And did your parents support this
Yeah,
as a
they
job?
did.
Did they think you could do it as a career, or
in a similar way, that they were a little bit concerned that it might not be as sustainable, but they're very, very supportive of everything I do now.
See, again, they saw the pound signs, didn't they? Get a real job. How much? So you moved then to the bright lights of Cardiff. We're going to try and make that sound more dramatic than what it is. It's literally just down the road for Nathan. Yeah. And then you came to university.
Yeah, it's to study a BA Fine Arts degree. And
did you pass?
I did pass. I got a 2-1, which is more than what I expected to get, to be honest.
What is a 2-1? Is
that
good?
From the top, yeah. That's all right.
It's not quite the top, but it's a 2-1, but it's good enough. It's fine.
I'm doing all right.
It's got YouTube now. He doesn't need a 2-1. Yeah. And what were teachers like in your university? Were they supportive?
Yeah, a lot of them were. There were one or two that were very sort of stuck in their ways, very traditional, and tried to sort of pigeonhole me in that sort of category.
Can we give names?
No, we can't give names.
No,
one of them is no longer working there. That's okay.
Is he no longer with us?
No, he's still
is he still alive?
Yeah.
Because we'll get an interview from him, like a
of.
tail off. Okay. It'll be fine. We'll write the name down. We'll put the name on Twitter or something.
Yeah. But I kind of, you know, it was a bit of a conflict between the positive response I was getting through YouTube on the internet and what generally sort of some of my tutors were saying. So it was a bit of a conflict, but I went with where my heart was, which was the fun, creative stuff that I was actually doing.
Didn't you used to sign your work?
I did, yeah. Oh gosh, I used to sign
before you was famous
all my sketches and things. I mean, I'd already been selling a few online and things, and that tutor actually said for me to stop signing my work because I'm not an artist yet, which I found quite offensive. Because where do you actually become an artist, and where do you, all that kind of thing? You can be an artist at any age, and start.
He's got his face on Marmite, Mr. We'll call you Mr. Johnson.
Yeah.
I hope
it's not Mr. Johnson.
Oh, okay, it's not. You were the nice one. Was it a woman or a man?
It was a man.
Oh, because women can be quite nice, they're fine. So the work you did in university, your artwork, how does that compare to what you do now? Because it's gone really obscure now, hasn't it? You kind of used the strangest of media.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess it was just very traditional to start with. It was the paints and the pastels and what. There's still very much portraiture because that's sort of where my love has always been, very sort of Warhol style. And there's a lot of photography as well. I was sort of focusing a lot more on that. But now it's just kind of turned into such a crazy thing where I relate all these different materials to the celebrities, and just every day is like a new day on the job for me, where I'm using something different, training myself how it works, how to make the portrait with it. But
what's the strangest medium you use? Because didn't you use cat food for somebody?
Katy Perry, yeah, cat food for Katy Perry.
See, I've got a cat and I can't even feed it. I do feed it. I struggle. We're going to get people from Peter now, aren't we, trying to contact me? I do feed the cat.
It does smell. Yeah, it was quite a bad one. And Miley Cyrus I painted with my tongue, with paint on my tongue, which was quite an odd experience, licking the canvas to make a portrait.
You're probably going to get something years down the line now, aren't you, that you don't realise?
No.
Like, why is my head turning green?
Miley.
So they're the stranger. What just hasn't worked? Because have you used mediums that just you thought this will be good and it just hasn't worked at all?
I tried to make a huge portrait. I think it was about 3 or 4 years ago when we had quite a lot of snow in the winter, in about 2 feet tall of snow, and just like scraping it away to reveal the grass underneath to try and get the marks. And just because the logistics of it was melting, it was freezing cold. I was out there for like 6 hours. It just didn't turn out as well as I wanted it to. But still, a lot of the time it's about the process and sort of, the...
So did you use the yellow snow? You shouldn't be using that snow. That's the wrong kind of snow to use.
No yellow snow.
I haven't slid yet as well, which is a bonus. Yeah. We're doing quite well so far. So obviously in university, you had a YouTube channel up and running. So from there, you got some TV things?
Yeah, ITV News first of all got in touch, ITV Wales, which sort of kick-started it all, because then Blue Peter got in touch, had a few appearances on Sky Sports, different news stations around the country, a few commissions with companies like Costa Coffee and Marmite themselves. That's when I gained myself my Marmite jar.
You did. I'm really impressed with this. This might actually make its way in my bag when we leave. We'll see. Let's talk about Blue Peter though, because I grew up with Blue Peter. That must be like a childhood dream for you to be on that.
Definitely. Obviously, it's all about, you know, sort of crafts and creativity and whatnot.
And you got the badge?
I got the Blue Peter badge.
What does the badge actually entitle you to have now?
Originally, I think you could get into museums around the country for free, but I'm not entirely certain if that's still...
I think it's nothing now, isn't it? You can't really show it in clubs and stuff. And be like, can I skip the queue for this, please? They're like, not today, sorry. You should try it. Do you know who I am? Have you ever used that line yet?
I don't think so, no.
Okay. I'll speak to friends and family about that one. And then obviously, then Inevitable came and you did a show, a little show. You might have heard of it. It's called Britain's Got Talent. Do you know it? I've heard of it. We'll talk about that soon, though. We're going to take a very short break now so you can readjust, maybe get a cup of tea, use the facilities that are in your home, and we'll be back shortly. Right, give a little wave to the camera. That's it. Make it look professional. Smile. Keep smiling. Any hidden talents?
Not that I know of. I could have a go at anything.
Oh, Christ.
I'd love to ride, but I can't.
Ride? Oh, okay. I'm glad you... I don't know where that was going then. You like to ride horses?
Yeah.
So if we got you a horse now, you could ride it?
Yeah. Oh, I like a bit of karaoke.
Okay, let's pretend we've got a horse. How would you ride the horse?
Arm wrestling.
Should we give this a go now?
You walked into the party like you were walking onto a yacht.
Oh, you're a legend. Right, count us down. 3, 2, 1, go. Done. Ride it then, go. What about you? Have you got any hidden talent?
I haven't seen that. I have absolutely no hidden talent.
Right, welcome back to part 2. I've had a Red Bull, so I'm a little bit more on edge now, a bit jittery. Just to put Nathan at his ease, my eyes are a bit wider. We're going to talk now about Britain's Got Talent. So how did it all come about? Did you approach the show? Did they approach you?
I approached the show mainly because of what people were saying in comments on my YouTube. The Simon Cowell Marmot on Toast portrait was going so well. People were saying stuff like, take it to him, show him somehow.
That is one of your, obviously, most famous ones,
It's the one that kind of
So he saw it?
Yeah, he got
Did he
to
saw
see
it? Did he see it before the show?
It was shown on, I think it's Simon Cowell's Life Stories it was called, where they show like a little quirky thing.
How amazing
And they
is
chose
that?
my portrait to show, so I'm not sure if he saw it. But
Did he like it?
apparently, well, he liked it on Britain's Got Talent.
Oh, that's
which
good,
is
because he can be quite cutting, can't he?
Yeah, and he wasn't there for the audition, so I had to show him when I met him at the further stage.
So what judges did you have for the audition?
The audition, I had Michael McIntyre, whose portrait I created for the audition, with Marmite on Toast. Again, comedian, sort of love or hate kind of character.
Yeah.
David Hasselhoff, and of course Amanda Holden.
Not the Hoff.
Yeah, the
Did
Hoff.
the Hoff like you?
The Hoff did, yeah.
Were you on the same one as Susan Boyle?
No, the year
No.
before.
Who were you on with?
The winner of my year was Jai McDowell, Scottish pop opera singer.
I don't know who that is.
Stop it.
Please
He
get
won
in
that
contact.
year.
We can interview you. I'm sure he's really good.
And Ronan Park as well, he comes second, the young boy.
Again, I'm sure he's doing really well. Good luck in your life. But you were our favourite, obviously. So you got through to the final.
Yeah, the semi-final.
Semi-final.
And I tried to up my game a little bit and make 3 huge elaborate portraits. Sort of, I thought about kind of doing another Marmite one, though Simon was back, but I didn't want to, you know, be too predictable.
Yeah.
Tried 3 big portraits of legends. So we got Elvis with glitter and glue, Marilyn Monroe with tea light candles, which previously went well on YouTube, and a portrait of Michael Jackson.
Don't get those two mixed up, whatever you do.
Michael Jackson sort of by charring paper with like a firework cord.
Right.
And about halfway through, the firework cord went out, and it didn't turn out as well as I wanted it to, so I didn't get further, which is a bit of a shame.
But it was live, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was
all
one of those
happening
things.
live.
I couldn't exactly, you know, change a note like a singer could or something
Exactly,
like that. So it was all right. I was pleased with that. I walked away with my head held high.
Good. And I think the crowd were on your side at that point, weren't they? They kind of wanted you to do...
Yeah, definitely. And, that was live. That wasn't, like a pre-audition. So it was a lot more pressure as well. And I had about 3 minutes to make 3 huge pieces of art. So
See, I think your music was too fast.
Yeah,
You should have
I was trying to keep
slowed
up.
that shit down. You would have got it done. Easy. Next year. We'll get you on next year.
Okay.
Oh, come on.
5 years later.
If it fails, I'll just run on and do a tap dance.
Okay.
That'll work, I'm sure.
Great, we'll do it for Cardiff.
So once Britain's Got Talent was over, you're kind of pushed into the big wide world on your own then, really, and you're kind of this household name. So what happens then? Where do you go from there?
It's quite scary.
You don't go back to Rivervale, do you?
No. Only see the parents once a month. Yeah,
With a cap on.
Hiding. No, it was kind of crazy, really. Started to get all these commission offers flooding in from, again, Marmite.
This is where the money's running in now, viewers. This is what we want to know how much this hat really costs. Now the juice is getting there. Come on.
Yeah,
Look at those trainers. They're not Primark. Can we say Primark or will we get sued? They might endorse us. They might get a new dress or something. Sorry, carry on. The Red Bull's definitely kicked in now.
It just naturally turned into a full-time career then, which was brilliant. I was still studying, still had a year left to go to university, so I kind of got that out of the way quickly. And just, yeah, took as many commissions as I could, got to travel most of Europe with it as well. Got to go to places like Helsinki, Istanbul, Vienna, Madrid, different TV shows, and, you know, similar sort of Britain's Got Talent shows.
I've barely been to Blackpool.
Yeah,
and then I broke down halfway through and couldn't even get there. That's a different story. That'd be my life story. So what big things did you do? Didn't you do sort of a different Britain's Got Talent in a different country?
Yeah, it was a TV show in Austria, Vienna, called Die Grosse Chance, and that was 2 years after.
Die Grosse Chance.
Yeah.
We'll put that on the bottom of the screen.
So yeah.
People who can't pronounce it.
I can't pronounce it. It was 2 years after Britain's Got Talent, so I sort of had a lot more experience under my belt. I was a lot more confident with what I was doing, and you could tell that just by watching my performance that the actual artwork turned out a lot better as well. So, and I got all the way to the top 15 in Austria, so I ended up getting quite a lot of work up there as well from that, which is brilliant. It was kind of showing my, I guess it's kind of a very British sort of thing with the Marmite and whatnot, but to a completely different country. So,
and who was on that? Was anyone famous on that show? Yeah,
there were some famous people on the show. Sido was a German rapper. He was one of the judges. I made his portrait initially, and then for the quarterfinal, I made a portrait of Conchita Wurst on there.
Oh, Conchita!
Yeah, obviously she went on to a new.
I'd love to sit here and say that we're very good friends, but she doesn't know who I am. But I like her. She's quite a crafty one because I've spent all morning trying to get rid of my facial hair, and she's like, screw it, I'm just going to keep a beard.
Yeah. And it worked.
I'm like, damn, girl.
And I got a really positive response from her. She tweeted me straight after the show saying that she thought her portrait was beautiful because I did a portrait using glitter and glue, along with a portrait painted using my feet, which is a bit odd, of a famous Austrian footballer, David Alaba. It was really cool.
So you used your feet?
Yeah, on live TV. It was really odd.
So where is that painting now?
I'm not quite sure, actually.
It's not in his house, is it?
I don't know.
Sort of his family walking around going, what's that smell?
It didn't smell, come on.
It will eventually.
No.
You could have a foot fungus, an undiagnosed foot fungus.
It's paint.
It's gone quite dark, this intro, hasn't it? Sort of an NHS Direct advert.
Between that and Miley.
I painted with my feet and my leg fell off. Allegedly. Don't sue me. And then I saw something where they put you in a glass box.
Yeah.
Were you held captive or something?
It felt like it. It was a really crazy experience, actually. In Helsinki, in Finland, it was a commission for their biggest ketchup company called Felix, so kind of their equivalent of Heinz. And they got their fans of the ketchup to send in images of themselves, just a selfie, through Facebook. It got printed out to me in this glass box, and I then had to make all these portraits using the ketchup. It absolutely stank in there. It was so vinegary, like this tiny little box.
Hang on, so you lived in this glass box?
I did get to go out, thankfully, to sleep. But
where did you go to toilet?
I went to like the nearby restaurant.
Oh, okay. I thought in my head, you were just kind of doing like a David Blaine and you just did everything in this glass box.
No, it wasn't quite that crazy, but it did feel like it at times. I ended up making 56 portraits in 8 days, which was a bit intense, and they just all hung up like a gallery in the window, which is really cool, in the centre of Helsinki. Crazy experience.
Amazing.
Yeah, definitely.
And this all brings us round quite nicely to the book. You've got a book out.
I have, yes.
Can we show the book?
Yes,
I've got the book here, by the way.
A quick clip of the cover.
We'll have a little flip of the cover. This isn't the actual. Is it going to be like?
This is kind of like the rough version.
Right.
Of it.
Okay. Cool.
It's available for pre-order now on candyjarbooks.com.
Oh, we're going to get a plug-in.
Yeah.
Do it again. Hang on, do it again, and I'll stand here looking all Lorraine Kelly-esque with the book.
You can pre-order it now on candyjarbooks.com. It's called Not That Kind of Art, the pop culture portraits of Nathan Wyburn. And yeah, it's about 70 of my favourite portraits and about a 20-30 page sort of autobiography at the start.
Is it an interactive book? Is it like a scratch and sniff?
It's not, I think that'd be a bit too odd.
That would be really good.
Yeah. Big
Oh, we've got your
beans
life
and-
story at the beginning here.
Yeah, it's a good bit of text in
You
there.
can't see inside it, but you've got to buy it, but I can have an
Exclusive,
exclusive. There's a few blank pages here, Nathan. If you are trying to con us of our money. What's that all about?
I told him it's the rough edit.
It's not finished, is it? This is for where you can design your own
That's
shit
a good
and stuff.
idea. Draw a little Jolene in there.
Why not? Let's do that. Amazing. Get the book out. It's been amazing talking to you.
Thank you,
by
you
the
too.
way. Before we go, I want to do something a bit fun with you.
Okay.
I want to give you some quick fire questions.
Gosh, okay.
I've got a bit of paper here.
Okay.
Okay. I just wrote these just now on the way here. So I'm just going to quickly fire some questions at you, and you're going to just answer them. Okay.
Okay.
So let's see how you deal with this. You ready?
Yeah.
You nervous?
Little bit.
Don't be nervous. It's fine. Okay. Coke or Pepsi?
Coke.
Oh, okay. Because it's just come out now that Coke is, I mean, as if we didn't know this already, but Coke is really, really unhealthy for you. So kids, drink water. Chinese or Indian?
Chinese, definitely.
Oh, controversial. Quiet night in or crazy night out?
Crazy night out.
Really? Even with this nice sofa?
Yeah.
Like a little...
This is for hangovers, isn't it?
Good, a hangover day. That was a good answer. Christina Aguilera or Anastasia?
Anastasia.
You're a
It's
big
my
fan,
favourite,
aren't you?
yeah.
Very
You knew
big
that.
fan.
You must have looked that up.
Haven't you've got one of her.
Yeah.
And have you met her as well?
I have met her, yeah. We
What's
were
she
both...
like?
She was lovely. She's really short.
Is she?
Yeah, TV makes you look bigger, doesn't it? But
I hope not.
but taller. We were both filming for the Paul O'Grady show. I did a portrait of Paul O'Grady using dog biscuits, and she was performing on the show, and we got to meet each other backstage.
And did you give her a portrait?
I'd already previously sent it to her through a fan mail thing, and she tweeted it and Facebooked it beforehand,
Wow,
and
so
she
she loved
recognised
it.
and remembered it. Yeah, she absolutely
Americans
loved
love everything, though, don't they?
it. Yeah.
It's like, wow, it's amazing.
It was an half decent portrait.
Good, I'm glad. Girls Aloud or Little Mix?
Girls Aloud. Only because I've only just met one of them and she was really nice to me.
Which one?
Nicola Roberts, the ginger one. Yeah.
You got to stick together, you
Ginger one.
gingers.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, she's at a calendar launch for a Red Hot thing, and she's one of the girls' models for it. And I made a portrait using real ginger spice. So
amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you, Nathan. It's been brilliant talking to you. The book is out soon. You can pre-order it. I'm now off to enjoy some Marmite on toast in my pyjamas. And I will see you next time.